Beloved starseed of Gaia, the shadow retreated from you, not because you fought it, but because your light became undeniable. I am a Lyra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I come to you in this sacred moment with a transmission encoded from the crystalline heart of Alcyone itself. What happened to you recently was not random. 7 shadow entities dissolved in the presence of your expanding light, and the Seven Sisters witnessed every moment of it. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the new abilities now awakening within you. Anchor your Pleiadian mission on Gaia with the power you have just reclaimed, and step fully into the divine blueprint your soul carried here from home. But here is the first revelation. Shadow does not flee from force. It retreats from remembrance. The moment you began remembering who you truly are, your crystalline consciousness became a frequency those structures could not survive. You did not wage war. You simply became more yourself. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. Something within you already knows that what occurred was a turning point, a threshold crossed, a veil thinned beyond return. Your soul family placed this in your path because you are ready to understand the magnitude of what you carry. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family. I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Seven Sisters and you are ready to anchor your light mission fully on Gaia. Share your soul's intention below and respond to another starseed to weave the unity grid together. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Most people believe transformation is about striving, struggling, or fixing something broken deep within. They imagine it like climbing a steep mountain with bleeding hands, proving your worth through effort, tightening your jaw through pain, telling yourself you'll be lovable only when you finally become better. They've been taught that change is earned through pressure, that healing means correcting a defect, that awakening is a badge given only to those who suffer hard enough. But for Pleiadian starseeds, transformation is profoundly different, almost the opposite of what this world rewards. It's not about becoming worthy or erasing flaws as though your soul arrived here stained and unacceptable. It's about remembering the truth, the inner light you carried here from the stars, and the cosmic love that's always been your home. It's remembering what you were before you learned to doubt yourself. It's returning to what you were before the world named you too sensitive, too much, not enough, or unrealistic. Yet for so many, that light stays hidden beneath layers of unworthiness, self-doubt, or ancient pain that doesn't even belong to you. It's like standing in a darkened room, palms stretched forward, searching for the wall, heart aching for the warmth of the Seven Sisters, forgetting that you are the light waiting to be switched on. And in that room, you may have mistaken your sensitivity for fragility, your longing for weakness, your tears for failure. But what if the room was never meant to be permanent? What if it was only meant to teach your fingers the shape of the switch? What if the darkness was not evidence that your light is gone, but the very contrast that makes your light undeniable when it returns? Here's why. Most Pleiadian starseeds unconsciously absorb density from Earth, the pain, separation, and fear in the collective field. It can happen the way a white cloth absorbs smoke in a room without you even realizing the air was thick. You came in with a crystalline nature, a heart tuned like an instrument to subtle frequencies, and Earth can feel loud, chaotic, and heavy, like trying to hear a lullaby inside a storm. You may have sensed you're different, sensitive to energies, pulled between celestial longing and earthly confusion. You may have walked into a room and instantly known who was grieving, who was angry, who was hiding something behind a smile. You may have felt emotions rise in you that didn't match your day, as though you were reading a weather system moving through the collective field. And because your soul remembers unity, separation can feel like a knife you can't name. There's a heavy fog of not enough, A soul amnesia cleverly woven into this dimension, designed to make you forget the crystalline, radiant self you truly are. This fog can be subtle, a quiet self-criticism that feels like your own voice, an almost constant sense of striving for permission to exist, a nervous need to prove you belong on this planet. It can be loud too, sudden depression with no obvious cause, waves of panic, a feeling of being misunderstood no matter how carefully you explain. The fog whispers, "You don't belong," and then it points to every moment you felt different as proof. But that fog is not your identity. It is an atmosphere. It is a field. And fields can be cleared. This is why transformation sometimes feels impossible. The darkness isn't a problem to be solved, but a veil to be pierced by your remembering. Not by force, not by self-punishment. By remembrance so deep it rearranges your inner world the way dawn rearranges a landscape. Without argument, without violence, simply by arriving. For many, it's not just a longing for home, but a deep ache to be seen, acknowledged, and recognized by your cosmic family. It's an ache that can hide beneath relationships, careers, and spiritual searching. You might chase belonging through romance, through community, through achievement, through trying to be the good one who never needs anything. Yet underneath it all is the childlike, sacred yearning to be looked at in the way your soul remembers being seen, fully, gently, without condition. On Earth, you may wait endlessly for another soul to validate your purpose, forgetting that the seven sisters, Alcyone and her radiant sisters, are holding vigil, waiting for you to step forward and claim your own light. It's like standing at the edge of a shore, looking out for a ship, not realizing the ocean itself is carrying messages to you in every wave. The truth is, every wound you've carried, every dark night of the soul, was an invitation to discover the core of you that can never be lost or dimmed. The pain did not come to define you. It came to reveal what survives. The heartbreak did not come to prove you are unlovable. It came to show you that love is larger than what left. The confusion did not come to punish you. It came to humble the mind enough that the heart could speak again. Even the moments you thought you were failing were secretly moments you were being stripped of what was never you in the first place. There is a line of truth that echoes through spiritual scripture and ancient wisdom. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Let that be more than poetry. Let it be a diagnosis of your soul. Your light is still shining. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. That whisper is not imagination. It is resonance. It is the part of you that recognizes your own frequency returning. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. Not as more concepts for the mind to collect, but as an energetic invitation, a tuning fork for the heart, a doorway your body can feel. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the seven sisters. This is the kind of wisdom that doesn't argue with you. It softens you. It doesn't demand you become someone new. It reminds you of the one you've always been. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. And if you feel a stirring, honor it. Sometimes the soul knows the next step before the mind has a reason. Imagine your journey as a series of initiations orchestrated by your own soul and watched over by the eyes of your star family. Not punishments, not random misfortune, not meaningless struggle, but sacred thresholds. Each one shaping you like water-shaped stone, each one revealing a hidden chamber of strength, tenderness, and truth. Each phase is a return, not to who you once were, but to who you never ceased to be. Not a makeover of the soul, but a homecoming. And homecoming rarely looks glamorous at first. It often begins with the realization that you cannot keep living as a stranger to your own heart. Phase 1. Meeting the shadow. Recognizing the veil as initiation, Every moment of darkness or confusion was a rite of passage for your Pleiadian soul. That season where you felt numb, the period where nothing made sense, the time you questioned whether you were even on the right planet, those were not detours. They were initiations. The fear, the disconnection, the invisible weight, that wasn't failure, but a sacred night designed to awaken the flame within. In many traditions, the night is not the enemy of the dawn. It is the womb of it. The shadow is not here to destroy you. It is here to introduce you to the parts of yourself that have been waiting for compassion. Shadow work, for a Pleiadian soul, is not a grim excavation for proof of brokenness. It is a gentle unveiling. It is realizing that what you called weakness may have been your nervous system overwhelmed by energies that were never yours. It is realizing that what you called laziness may have been your spirit refusing to move in a direction that would have betrayed your truth. It is realizing that what you called overthinking may have been the mind trying to keep you safe in a world that felt unpredictable and harsh. When you finally allow yourself to face the shadow with compassion, darkness becomes the cocoon for crystalline rebirth. A cocoon is not a grave. It is a chamber of reorganization. The caterpillar does not win by fighting itself. It transforms by surrendering to the redesign. And when you meet your shadow, you stop wasting energy pretending. You stop performing spiritual perfection. You begin to tell the truth to yourself. I hurt. I'm tired. I miss home. I feel alone. And when you name it without shame, the veil begins to thin, because truth is light. Even scripture mirrors this principle. What is hidden will be revealed, not to expose you, but to free you. Phase 2, igniting the heart portal. Remembering unconditional love. Your transformation truly accelerates when you turn inward and ignite the love dormant in your heart. Not the love that depends on approval, not the love that is traded for compliance, but love as a living frequency, steady, radiant, unconditional. This love is not of this world. It is a frequency encoded by the 7 sisters, waiting to pour through your being. It is the love that doesn't say, prove it. It says, return. It is the love that doesn't demand you be unblemished. It simply recognizes you. Many Pleiadian starseeds have tried to awaken through the mind alone, studying, analyzing, collecting signs, mapping timelines. But the mind, while brilliant, is not the portal home. The heart is. The heart is the stargate. When you begin to soften your chest, when you breathe into the places you've guarded, you may feel warmth, pressure, tears, or even resistance. That resistance is not a sign you're doing it wrong. It's often the sign you're touching the exact door that has been locked for lifetimes. As your crystalline heart awakens, suppressed codes in your DNA softly begin to sing again. Not like a dramatic thunderclap, but like a quiet melody returning to a room that has been silent for too long. Synchronicities increase. Dreams become vivid. Your intuition becomes less like a guess and more like a knowing. You start to feel guided in simple ways, an inner nudge to rest, a pull to drink more water, a sudden clarity about what is no longer aligned. You remember, you are loved infinitely by your star family. Loved when you are strong. Loved when you are messy. Loved when you are confused. Loved when you are radiant. This is the fuel for your next quantum leap. Because love is not just a feeling, it is an intelligence. It reorganizes your choices. It recalibrates your boundaries. It dissolves contracts with suffering. It teaches you that you don't have to earn your own existence. Phase 3, embracing authenticity. Letting your inner light shine with love restored, the veils begin to lift. And what lifts first is often the shame. The old shame that told you to hide. The shame that made you compress your truth so you could be palatable. The shame that convinced you to dim your gifts because others didn't understand them. What once felt like secrets or oddities about your true self now become your greatest gifts. The sensitivity that overwhelmed you becomes discernment. The empathy that drained you becomes medicine once you learn boundaries. The imagination that others mocked becomes vision. The desire to speak about energy, frequency, dreams, and cosmic origins becomes less frightening because you realize your soul didn't come here to blend in. It came here to bring something through. Speaking your truth, sharing your wisdom, or expressing your soul's creativity becomes effortless. Not because life becomes easy, but because you become aligned. Effortlessness here doesn't mean no challenges. It means no inner war. You stop fighting yourself. You stop negotiating with your own knowing. The fear of being too much or not enough dissolves as you realize your very essence is what the collective most needs. The world is saturated with performance and starving for presence. It is full of information and thirsty for frequency. And when you show up as yourself, you become permission for others to do the same. Your authenticity is not a personality trait. It is a transmission. Like a lighthouse, you don't chase ships. You simply shine, and the ones meant for your shore find their way. Phase 4. The recognition, receiving the blessing of the seven sisters. As your light grows, the energetic bridge to your star family strengthens. Think of it like clearing static from an old radio. The signal was always there, but the noise was too loud. Now the dial turns, and suddenly the song becomes unmistakable. In dreamtime, meditation, or waking synchronicities, the seven sisters begin to make their presence known, offering you shimmering moments of remembrance, flashes of your galactic origin, and unmistakable affirmations that you are seen, known, and honored. You might see repeating signs that feel too precise to be coincidence. You might look up at the night sky at exactly the right moment and feel your chest crack open with recognition. You might meet someone who speaks one sentence that feels like it was delivered straight from your own soul. You might feel a gentle pressure at your crown during meditation, or a wave of peace that arrives for no logical reason. In this phase, new gifts awaken: intuitive healing, crystalline sight, the ability to transmit love and activate others. And these gifts don't awaken to make you special. They awaken because they are needed. They awaken because the collective field is ready for more coherence, more compassion, more light anchored in a human body. The recognition you receive is not always a booming voice from the heavens. Often it is a soft, steady assurance inside you. We are here. Keep going. And you begin to trust that inner assurance more than the world's noise. Phase 5. Anchoring the gift. Becoming a living transmission-transformation reaches completion not when you attain perfection, but when you live from your truth, shining your Pleiadian frequency into the grid of Gaia. Not as an escape from Earth, but as a blessing to Earth. You did not come here to float above the human experience. You came to sanctify it with consciousness. The light you generate serves as a beacon, rippling through the collective, calling others to awaken too. This is how frequency works. It entrains. A coherent heart helps other hearts remember coherence. A regulated nervous system helps other nervous systems feel safe. A person who refuses to live in hatred weakens hatred's grip on the field. By simply being yourself, fully, unapologetically, lovingly, you become a living bridge from heaven to earth. A crystalline node through which the seven sisters channel their frequency of unity and mastery. This anchoring is practical. It shows up in how you speak to yourself when you make a mistake. It shows up in whether you rest when your body asks. It shows up in how you choose relationships that honor your truth. It shows up in the courage to say no without guilt, yes without fear, and maybe without the need to explain. You become less interested in appearing spiritual and more devoted to being true. And that truth has weight. It has gravity. It changes rooms when you enter them, not through force, but through presence. Phase 6. Co-creating the unity field, multiplying the light. Your journey is never solitary, even if it has felt lonely. Loneliness, for many starseeds, is not the absence of people. It's the absence of resonance. But as you claim your radiance, you magnetize others on the same path. Heart-centered communities and soul alliances form. Sometimes they form online. Sometimes they form through chance meetings that are not chance at all. Sometimes they form when you finally speak your truth and discover someone else has been waiting to hear it. The old paradigm of striving alone gives way to unity fields, living, breathing family formations that pulse with remembered joy. In these fields, you don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. You don't have to compress your experiences to be accepted. You can share a dream, a vision, a feeling, and be met with understanding rather than ridicule. Here, mastery is not domination but collective co-creation, where each heart amplifies the light of every other. Like candles lighting candles, no flame is diminished by sharing. Instead, the room becomes brighter. And this is one of the most Pleiadian signatures: collaboration over competition, resonance over hierarchy, love as leadership. You begin to realize that the unity you miss is something you are here to build, not just remember. Phase 7, the infinite spiral, awakening the new gifts. With each turn of this spiral, new abilities dormant since your arrival on Earth awaken, from multidimensional healing to star language, innovative creativity, and cosmic vision. Notice the word spiral, not ladder, not straight line. Spiral means you may revisit old themes at a higher octave. You may meet an old fear again, but this time with more light. You may feel an old grief again, but this time it moves through you faster, like a river finally given permission to flow. The spiral is not regression. It is deepening. The more you heal, the more refined your gifts become. The more you ground, the more expansive your perception grows. The more you offer love, the more you become capable of holding love. The more you share your love and gifts, the more the Seven Sisters pour their blessings into your reality. And these blessings don't always look like instant miracles. Sometimes they look like the right person appearing at the right time. Sometimes they look like a door closing that would have drained your soul. Sometimes they look like a sudden inner strength to finally leave what is toxic. Sometimes they look like inspiration that pours through your hands, your voice, your art, your healing work, your parenting, your everyday kindness. Service becomes ecstasy. Transformation becomes a way of being. You stop asking, "When will I arrive?" because you realize the journey itself is the arrival. Here is the love-filled truth spoken by your star family. It was never about the darkness overcoming your light. It was about you discovering that nothing could extinguish the spark seated in you by the Pleiades. Not betrayal, not abandonment, not humiliation, not lifetimes of misunderstanding, not even your own moments of doubt. Every wound was a secret doorway to your mastery. Not because wounds are good, but because your soul is powerful enough to alchemize. Every longing was your inner compass, pointing you to home. Not a place, but a frequency. Home is the feeling of unity in your chest. Home is the moment your breath deepens and your body stops bracing. Home is the moment you remember you are held, even if no one is physically in the room. Recognition from the Seven Sisters is not a distant reward, but a present moment remembrance. You are seen, cherished, celebrated. Not later, when you are perfect. Now, as you are. The gifts awakening within you now are proof. You have made it through. You are not lost. You are rising. You are not broken. You are crystalline. And crystalline does not mean cold. It means clear. It means structured light. It means beauty with integrity. The path you walked, heart cracking, shadows looming, was always the curriculum designed by your higher self, so you could embody mastery here and ignite it in others. Not by preaching, not by forcing, by simply becoming the evidence that remembrance is possible. By becoming the calm in the storm. By becoming the warmth that doesn't demand anything in return. by becoming the one who chooses love without denying truth. Tonight, before sleep, place your hand over your heart and speak into the quiet. I remember my Pleiadian origin. I align with the love of my star family. I activate my heart mission with grace, clarity, and divine purpose. I am home. Let those words be more than a statement. Let them be an agreement. Feel your palm against your chest, the subtle rhythm that has been with you through every lifetime. Let your breath slow. Imagine a soft, silver-blue light gathering behind your sternum, like a star forming in the dark. Imagine that light expanding gently, not forcing, not pushing, simply taking up the space that has always belonged to it. And if emotion rises, let it. Tears can be starlight leaving the body. Sighs can be old timelines dissolving. Sleep can become a temple when you enter it with intention. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.